Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome to the Shapeshifting Detective. This is a supernatural noir murder mystery FMV game released in 2018, and it is developed by Deveki Studios. Now, Deveki Studios aren't new to this channel. They were the minds behind the infectious madness of Dr. Decker. And one of the actresses from that does make a reappearance. Aisling Diaz, who played Mariana, is also in this game. Now, Aisling Diaz, she was an amazing actress. I do have some reservations, simply because of the character she played. Mariana's story. Hey, there she is. Hey there. Mariana's story was rather upsetting for me. You know, towards the end, that final revelation that she made. I'm really hoping that they don't do anything like that in the Shapeshifting Detective. I didn't see any trigger warnings for that on Steam, so fingers crossed. But then again, I didn't remember seeing any trigger warnings for that with the infectious madness of Dr. Decker, so we do also have a couple of other familiar faces in this. Anna Rosa Butler, who played Emma in Contradiction Spot the Liar, and Rupert Booth, who played Jenks in Contradiction. Again, both two very good actors and actresses. Rupert Booth actually followed me on Twitter. I did a Let's Play of Contradiction, and after I finished it, he followed me on Twitter. It was a very cool feeling, but that's beside the point. Okay, onto this game. Who do we play as? Well, obviously we play as the Shapeshifting Detective, and we are looking into the murder of one Dorota Shaw in the town of August. I am very excited to get into this. It's been a little while since I last played an FMV, and I am ready and eager to get my claws into another murder mystery. Now then, as you can see, there is the option to resume. I just loaded into the game to make sure that my computer could handle it. I didn't really see anything of interest. There was some, it kind of looked like paint running down the screen, and then a guy appeared. We could ask him a question, but I noped out of the game immediately, so I haven't really seen much of anything. So let's jump into new game. Yeah, that's all good.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock, and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Ms. Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, this is where I played up to. So like I said, I didn't see much. Who are you exactly?
Exactly. Rewind.
Oh. Oh! I like that. I like that a lot.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
This
It's
is
5
very
o'clock,
cool.
and I'm Alice
I'm
Monroe
enjoying
with your
this.
August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Ms. Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Okay, I am capable of learning. We'll be quiet.
You know why you're here, don't you?
Well, I thought I was here to try and solve a murder. However, I don't think you're a policeman. I don't know who you are, but, yeah, I don't think I do know why I'm here. No.
The dead girl. And this. What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time?
Now, when they say the dead girl, I presume they're not talking about Dorota, in which case we figured out the killer, it was us. Easiest murder mystery ever, we did it. If they're not talking about Dorota, then they're... Oh dear, who are we? What have we done? Ooh. I'm liking the early intrigue. You know what, let's be confident. Yes, we can do that.
It's a rhetorical question. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This is who you are now. Understood?
I'm going to assume that's rhetorical.
Understood?
Sir, you need to be more consistent. Yes.
Splendid. If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated. Deprecated. We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old Basset Hound puppy was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house. The carpets are priceless. Now, how long are you staying for?
Oh, she really is a great actress. She really is. Oh, I have so many questions. Why can't we change into a child? What happens if we do? Oh, I'm not even 5 minutes in, but I'm already quite intrigued. I think DeVecchi Studios are very good, at drawing the audience in very, very quickly, pulling out those hooks, at revealing that intrigue, but not too much. And, I think I'm gonna like this. As long as it takes, I'm not sure. Neither's really an answer, however... This just feels kind of weird. Like, oh, how long are you going to be here? As long as it takes. That doesn't feel normal. It's kind of odd. I'm not sure.
That's fine. It's yours for as long as you want it. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in.
Well, that's a rather macabre way of looking at things. I see no reason why we shouldn't ask about other visitors. Visitors?
It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet.
The murder?
Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you?
Chief?
Chief DuPont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Just finishing.
And yes, this is the lady who played Emma in Contradiction. Predicting the future. I'm just looking for my room. Well, Violet did say they were tarot readers. Predicting the future?
You don't believe?
Nope, I believe. I mean, we have the ability to shapeshift. I think if anyone was gonna believe in, tarot cards and seeing the future and all that gubbins, I think it would probably be a shapeshifter. I believe.
That sounded serious. You must have a serious job to do. Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Bronwyn, pleased to meet you. I'm Sam.
Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading.
Sure, maybe later I'll come find you. Why not? Sure.
So, what's your question, Sam?
Will I win? Are you guilty? Ooh. I mean, on one hand, I'm like, she probably is a suspect in the murder, but why would we suspect her? All we know is that she's a tarot reader, and she's staying at the guest house, so I presume she isn't from August. Like, that's really not much to build a case on. It feels a little bit off to be presuming her guilt. Will I win?
The fool. I'm going to see a lot more of you, aren't I, Sam? Well, enjoy the journey. But remember, not everything is winnable. I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam?
Last on the left, I'd rather not say. I mean, again, I see no reason to be unfriendly to this lady, considering I have nothing on her. Last on the left.
Good. We're neighbors. Just knock if you need me.
Spider-like fingers, black eyeless sockets, led straight into its mind. A cold, dark tunnel, and at the bottom a mirage. Those teeth, that carnivorous circular maw, closing down like a spiked coffin.
Flippin' heck.
The vision vanished, and
let's
an alternative to death was offered. It wouldn't eat me. At least
if I remember correctly, I did see on the Steam page that a number of YouTubers
for hermit crab.
and actors from other FMVs were in this game. I presume they're all voicing stuff on the radio.
That it will do no good for its
there were a couple of YouTubers I like, so I don't necessarily want to turn it off.
Except in water.
We'll leave it.
And its disguise would be less unsettling if it had eyes, and were less of a corpse.
I will admit, I kind of want to talk a bit, and it's the radio is rather getting in the way.
Standing, living or
maybe
dead.
there'll be a quiet moment if we visit the
chief. All alien.
Good, you got my message. Chief Inspector DuPont. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs?
I assume this guy thinks we're maybe some kind of private investigator, something like that. I was going to say the Fool is interesting. Tarot cards, I don't think they're rubbish by any stretch of the imagination, but I also don't necessarily believe they're 100% accurate. I'm like, they could be real, that could be a thing, or it could not be a thing. Like, I don't know. There are more things in heaven and earth than we are capable of understanding. So who am I to say, oh no, tarot, it's a load of bollocks. But the Fool is an interesting card, if I remember correctly. It's, how do I put it? The beginning of a long journey and all of that, beware the journey you take and the path you follow, that kind of thing. And yeah, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Sam.
Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam. That's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw. 21, accomplished cellist, redhead. Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof. It's the tarot readers.
Okay. I do wonder if he knows that we're a shapeshifter, considering what the guy at the beginning said, about don't get caught if anyone sniffs that you're different. I kind of get the feeling that this guy, he knows that maybe we're from some agency or, some secretive department, but I don't necessarily think this guy is gonna know that we're a shapeshifter. Dorota Shaw, why the tarot readers? That is an extremely good question. I hope we can ask both. I think I'd like some more information on the victim, though. Dorota Shaw?
Yes. Keep up, Sam. That's the girl who was murdered?
Yeah, but can I have some more information on her, please? The fact that she's a redhead is interesting, but, where are her family, her friends? Does she have a romantic partner? Those are important questions. Okay. Why the tarot readers?
Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up.
Last night, I know in the beginning it said that Dorota was murdered the night before, but I didn't expect that we'd rock up the next day. I was expecting, maybe it was last week or something. Okay. Crazy?
It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd probably been smoking something, and that's why I didn't take it seriously.
Why isn't she in jail?
Because things. I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house day isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it?
Nope. I'll try. We'll try. Just because you've got it out for the tarot readers, so, yes, they predicted it. That is very suspicious, but, it could have been a fluke. They could be genuine. We'll try, but that doesn't mean we're gonna find anything. I'll try.
Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out, I'll help you.
Where's my badge and gun? We're in the UK! We don't have guns. There was mention of a dead girl before. Help me out?
Do I have to spell it out? I'll make your problem go away, or at least sink it to the bottom of a pile of paperwork.
Sam, do you have short-term memory loss? Or long-term memory loss? Are you okay, Sam? Problem?
Your old town? The problem? Come and find me when you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
Oh, do you have an alibi? Okay, yay! We can finally get information about the victim. Oh, I'm liking this. Also, I like Rupert Booth as an actor. I really like him. Why doesn't he have a hat, though? The hat he had as Jenks really suited him. They should have spent some money on getting him a nice hat. Tell me about Dorota.
What do you want to know? She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself.
When was she killed?
Don't read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner. We got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m.
Okay. And she was strangled. Where was Dorota killed?
In her bedroom. She was naked. Strangled. No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know.
Okay. Okay, that is... The fact that she was naked, one, it could imply that the killer broke in, that they were, that she'd had no idea that they were there. However, if there is no sign of a break-in, then potentially, hey, he's got a hat, but it's a fedora. Ooh, no one looks good in a fedora. No one, don't pull it, don't look so smug. No. He's just so happy, like, I have a hat. Oh crap, what was I saying? Yeah, if there was no sign of a break-in, then that would imply that Dorota was comfortable enough around her killer that she willingly took off her clothes. So I'm inclined to think we should be looking for someone with a personal connection, or at least looking at them more closely. And if the tarot readers are new to town, then it's unlikely to be one of them. I mean, I see no reason why we shouldn't ask this. Violet could be a person of interest. What can you tell me about Violet?
Born here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you?
I feel like our silence would be weird. Nothing.
She told you she's taking pills, didn't she? Let me handle Violet. She didn't kill anyone.
What do you mean she's taking pills? Taking pills for what? I mean, it could be something completely innocent, but... Also, I mean, just because she might have a problem doesn't mean she's any more inclined to kill anyone than someone who doesn't have a problem. But still, it's... pills can have various negative effects. Like, there are some pills that can cause things like, aggravated, tempers, or, signs of psychosis, blackouts, things like that. Ooh, that's intriguing. I want to ask this, but it's going to piss him off. No, fuck it. We are going to suspect everyone equally. No one gets a pass, not even the chief of police. Do you have an alibi for last night?
Do I have an alibi for last night? Do I? Okay. I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for ruling me out, genius.
No, I will suspect everyone. No one is safe. No one is safe. I presume this is just a recap button, something that we can ask multiple times. However, just for my own peace of mind, we'll review the evidence. What do we know?
Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
Okay, fair, yeah. This is the, can you remind me of what I know, please? Button. We'll leave.
Many painted leaden plates from the Khazars, and as such is over 1,000 years old.
I don't recognize this voice.
And it's not an erotic scene. It's not people hugging. It's not combat. It's actually a man grabbing the heart of a woman directly from her chest.
He sounds great.
All right.
Yeah, what a nice guy. It was
Let's
a practice.
Go visit Violet.
I assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already.
Did you know, Dorota? Who were the other guests? What were you doing last night? Chief DuPont said you're taking pills. What for? I love it. We've only just begun and we're already like, oh, so-and-so said this about you. What do you have to say? Oh, I love it. I love it. It makes me feel like a gossipy bitch and beautiful. Did you know Dorota?
Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though.
That... For someone you didn't know, you seem to have a lot of spite. Dorota was a precious lamb?
Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they?
I don't think that's what she's saying at all. So Dorota was nice?
Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest.
We are gonna go down this rabbit hole. Dorota was slutty?
Sorry. I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her boyfriend.
No, talk ill of the dead. Tell me what you know. I'm always here for a good gossip. Where do I find her boyfriend?
Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already.
Oh, I'm already getting major red flags from this lady. Goddamn. Who are the other guests?
They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually.
I mean, it's her guest house. We have no right to ask her, ask her not to have them leave or to ask her to do something. But I think why is more interesting. Why do you want them to leave?
Because they may have killed someone. It's not great for my reputation, is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos.
I can see where she's getting killers from, but hobos, where is that? Hobos?
I'm sorry, it's a derogatory word, isn't it? But strange people seem to gravitate towards this guest house, Sam. I think I'll get the sign changed.
What were you doing last night?
It's the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere.
The fact that we can get rid of this is making me nervous. However, again, I think it's a fair question. It doesn't seem overly rude or hostile. Yeah, we'll ask it. Have you ever been to Dorota's house?
No, and I didn't murder her, if that's what you're asking.
I mean, fair. Chief DuPont said you're taking pills. What for?
I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person.
Oh, I was about to say, what do you mean that you think they're for anxiety? You should know what medication you're on. Oh. Again, I just want to say, if she is schizophrenic, that doesn't automatically mean that she is a psychotic murderer. People with mental illnesses are more likely to be the victims of crimes than the perpetrators. However, like I said, medications can cause odd things to happen. That isn't me saying you shouldn't take your medication. If a doctor has prescribed you something, take your pills. Take your pills, please. However, there can be negative side effects, such as memory loss. Clozapine's for schizophrenia, isn't it?
I don't know, Dr. Sam. You tell me.
Oh, I'm gonna piss so many people off because I don't want to miss out on things. That's my problem. Okay, we'll go.
Easier, probably. A virus needs contact. Shared air, a passing germ, a gentle touch. But this monster was not that limited. All this needed was an audience to be infectious.
Again, I don't recognise this voice.
Here.
And you know what? I am just about out of time for this episode. In the next one, we will go and have a speak with the tarot readers. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below. And if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.
It started with one, the first domino to be pushed down. She was young. They usually are. They're